In this video, I wanted to speak about the realities of being a spiritual facilitator, a practitioner, a healer, and the reality of what we experience on a day-to-day basis. Because I feel there's a lot of misconception here. And when I first started on this path, I used to put a lot of spiritual teachers up on a pedestal and feel that they had all of their stuff sorted. I mean, this is why they were teaching, right? This is why they were healing. They must be sorted on some level. And a lot of this was projected for myself because of conditioning. We're conditioned to see people in positions such as these as having everything sorted. This is why they're sharing information in this way, wisdom in this way, healing in this way. And of course there's many who self-promote that as well. But I feel there's a general awakening around this, of understanding what it's like to be on this path. So I'm going to share this for those of you who are maybe putting others up on a pedestal. This can help greatly to empower you, because it leads to a lot of disempowerment when we look at people in this way. And for those of you who actually are facilitators, healers, and actually feel like you're going through a lot and think, is this just me? Should I even be doing this? And even for those of you who are thinking of starting and feel like, wow, I need to get all the way over there before I can start to do this work. Now for me, my growth and my path hasn't changed since I've become a facilitator. It's only deepened. You know, I'm healing stuff every day. I've got insecurities, I've got all kinds of stuff going on. I've got challenges, I've got hurdles, I get into arguments, I have every range of emotion. Obviously it's so much different than it used to be, you know. It's just, but what I'm trying to share here is that the reality of being in this space, holding space, doesn't change who we are. We're still human beings. Yet the incredible thing that happens is that once you understand that you have access to wisdom, that wisdom isn't just from us, where we are here right now. Same with healing. Spiritual wisdom and spiritual healing, the energy that flows through, is working two ways. It's here to assist others, and it's also here to help the one who's channeling it through. I use channel a lot, but I feel everybody's channeling, right? Everyone's channeling truth as we speak. And the reason I use that word channel is because that's how I see it happening. It's coming through, it's coming from deep within, yet it's working both ways. And so I'll give you an example. I work a lot with acceptance. I'll talk a lot about acceptance. You'll hear me in my videos, or if you've met me talking a lot about acceptance. Accept yourself. This is something I'm working on throughout my life, because I have had a huge problem with accepting myself, especially during my depression, where I was in the polar opposite of that. So that's one of the reasons that I speak about it. Should I wait until I accept myself fully before sharing? I don't believe so. And there may be different ways of viewing this, but I truly believe that we can each assist others if we start to recognize that we have something to share that may be relevant. You know, when somebody comes up to us and asks for help, and we have a conversation with them, that conversation can help them. Similarly, this is what happens for facilitators, for practitioners, for healers. We're just recognizing that. And so the more people that recognize that, the more people that can be assisted, because again, if one person can be helped and can be empowered and can be awakened, that's amazing, is it not? So when it comes to this, I feel that there's a lot of amazing work right now, as everyone's talking about vulnerability and authenticity. I feel this is vital right now as we start to recognize that we don't need to be somewhere up there. This comes a lot from our guru mentality, conditioning of what a spiritual person is. Traditionally, the spiritual person in the community was a shaman or was a guru, right? And we're starting to, the whole humanity is awakening. So we're all starting to awaken. We're starting to have to let go of these roles because it's not needed anymore. Yet we can still teach, we can still share. It's just different. It's not done from a top down, it's done from an equal level. We're essentially sharing to our soul family. We're teaching our soul family because they're teaching us. It's happening both ways, continuously. I'm constantly learning from those around me, constantly. Because there's so much to learn when somebody's expressing and sharing themselves. You're getting a new perspective on reality. And so the path for me, which is difficult, because I held myself back for so many years from teaching, is because I didn't believe I was worthy of being in that role, of having something worthy to offer. Because of this, I was denying spiritual truth, spiritual wisdom that was trying to flow through me. It wasn't even mine. And I was trying to block this. It took me a while to realize this. And in fact, I only still semi-believe this because our own insecurities get in our way. We get in our own way, right? You've heard this before. And so we're all going through the same thing as we're starting to move through this. And so I don't really know where this conversation was going, but I just essentially wanted to share that it's okay to go through stuff if you're a facilitator, if you're a practitioner, if you're a healer. It's okay to be moving through your own changes. In fact, it shows how human you are. It shows how open you are to changes. We're all going through it. I go through massive downfalls and massive spiraling upwards. And essentially, I'm working through my stuff all the time. We all have challenges. We have challenges with those around us. And for those of you who are seeing spiritual facilitators or speakers or whoever that is up on a pedestal, perhaps recognize that you are going through the same stuff as they are. They are going through the same stuff as you are. When I was running the college, it's a big eye-opener as I realized this, as I started to meet people behind the scenes. I was like, wow, they're human. I felt so much relief about myself. So this is just to say that we're all imperfect, we're all flawed, we're all human, and that is beautiful.